Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the month of September. Now Taurus, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Taurus, the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. I'll never send you an email asking you for money or drop a comment asking you to get a reading with me. I'm actually out of stock right now and for the foreseeable future, so just keep that in mind that there are scammers. I do have to say that. I also have an Instagram where I do daily content, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Same goes to my Patreons. Let's see what else we have here for you, Taurus. All right, make sure everything's in view. Looks like a great week, or excuse me, a great month ahead for the most part. But let me get everything in view and we'll get right into this for you. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have the Five of Swords. Now this is some sort of conflict or defeat in your life potentially. This is this idea of like winning at all costs. You can see this person here. Not only has this person been defeated in the background, but they're also taking all their swords, right? And so not only are they down, they're waving their flag, but they've lost their swords, right? And so this person has won everything. But here's the deal. The Five of Swords, unlike the Ten of Swords, is completely recoverable, okay? This is a temporary loss. This is something that you can easily bounce back from. And you know, if somebody is trying in your life or in your workplace, for some of you, I do feel like it could be both, either in love or in workplace, someone just trying to win so hard. You have to allow sometimes karma to come around and work out as it's supposed to in those situations. And just know that if you are maintaining a high vibration, if you're doing the things in a high integrity way that you know to be true, then it will all work out, okay? Especially for someone who's just acting in that way, right? So taking a look here, you have a nice month ahead. Right away in the middle, you have the Queen of Swords. Now, this is somebody who is independent. I do see some of you going potentially solo. Some of you may be ending a relationship. I don't know that this was a long-term relationship. It might have been a quick, like a summer fling as we head into September here. Or it just might have been just something that you knew wasn't really going to be long-term. Some of you, I do feel like cutting the cord with somebody. It's not that the Queen of Swords is always single. It's just that even if they are in a relationship, they like to have their space. They like to have their time to do their own thing. And you will find the Queen of Swords single, but at any rate, in other areas of your life, you're approaching something with tenacity, okay? This is the assassin in the tarot, as I like to say, with the Queen of Swords. Definitely like to see that in the middle. I do feel like you have an ability to accomplish a lot of things this month if you embrace that Queen of Swords energy. Doesn't matter what gender you are, you can take lessons from any of these kings or queens. We have both here, and use that with you as you move forward. So in these monthly readings that I do, this first column is like the beginning of the month, middle column, middle of the month, last column, end of the month, right? So this sun here in the beginning of the month, love to see this. This is the best card in the tarot, okay? So the month is going to start off with a bang for some of you. This is on your mind. It's also in a corner, which is nice. And so this is talking about success, victory, abundance. It augments any of the good qualities of the cards around it. And it really is just like shining a positive light on something. It's a really, really positive sign in anything. So you can expect, let's take a look here. Some of you, this is a breakup for some of you with the Three of Swords. It's separating from someone, going through a heartbreaking situation. I actually feel like what I felt like intuitively here, Taurus, is some of you just like ending it with someone. Like I don't I mean, it's possible that some of you are going to get rejected or someone's going to break up with you, but I feel like it's the other way around here. And actually, I feel like you're going to do this in an amicable way. But it's like, I feel like you're just gonna be like, look, this is great. I think you're awesome, but no, like, it's time to move on. Some of you are probably going to do it in that way. I feel like this is amicable, right? And for others of you, maybe there's a separation in work, but it ultimately, with the sun above it, will ultimately lead you to something that's really good, probably even a lot better for you. You have this Knight of Swords as well. This is a quick moving event, some sort of impulsive decision potentially, but it's a call to action here. If anything, it's a call to action. This is why I'm doubling down. You have actually Knight into Queen, which is the progression, the natural progression of the card. And so if you're doing the action here, you're taking the steps in this month, especially at the beginning of the month, to end this. This is why I feel like with this Sun and this Knight of Swords going on here. And if anything, I feel like it's going to be probably successful for you. Now in the middle of the month, you have the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords here, another really nice indication. This is a breakthrough, okay? I do feel like you're getting unstuck here. You're moving forward very quickly. This is also a triumph in victory that brings about like mental clarity, or you're creating a victory through mental clarity. You have a new perspective on something, maybe realizing that you don't need to always be in a relationship for some of you, especially with the Queen of Swords above it. I do feel like that is what I got intuitively for many of you when I first started this, where it's almost like I almost see you maybe exploring yourself here, which is always something that I recommend personally that people do. And not hopping between people, not hopping between relationships. Although there could be a tendency to want to do that in this middle of the month here, or in sometime in September, because you do have the King of Wands above it. I will say I love the King of Wands, one of my favorite cards in the tarot. The natural entrepreneur in the tarot, somebody who's the most passionate person in the room at work, quite successful because of that, high skill, energetic, lively. However, in relationships, they do have a tendency to hop from one person to the other, right? Not always. You know, you can find a King of Wands in a marriage or a long-term partnership, something like that. But for others of you, there may be a tendency, especially as it's up here in this upper row, which is your thoughts, the row of your thoughts, could be a tendency to hop into another relationship very quickly. But it's almost like your guides or your spirit team, the cards, are saying, what about this Queen of Swords? Like, what would it feel like to maybe learn about yourself a little bit here? I do feel like there will be a victory through that if you do end up doing that. I can't tell you what to do. Now, in the future here, in the last sort of part of September, you have the Page of Wands. That's why I feel like for those of you who are getting, like, losing a job, getting severed, or even leaving a job, at the end of this, there's something much better here. Page of Wands, job offer, new opportunity, something that you're a lot more passionate about, especially as it's next to the King of Wands and the Sun. This row looks amazing, by the way, for jobs. Doing something that you actually care about, something that makes you happy. You also here have the Three of Cups. It could mean that you are meeting people this at the end of the month, maybe celebrating, having good times with others, all cups overflowing, joy, something to celebrate here. You know, this is a classic combination, Three of Swords, Three of Cups, with the Ace of Swords in the middle. That's a classic combination of a third-party situation. I just don't see cheating. I don't see cheating on either you or this other person. I just feel like you're breaking up, then you're meeting other people. That's what I feel like intuitively. So take it as it resonates. But then you have this Five of Wands as well, some sort of conflict with somebody developing either in your life or in your workplace, I think, with the double fives here showing up. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more. If you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. It helps get the word out. There's also a bell below this video which will show up after you hit subscribe. If you click that bell, you'll never miss an update from me. And lastly, Taurus, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope things are going well for you. I do have a Patreon. If you want to support me there, there's a link to that in the description below. Absolutely no pressure though. All right, we had 3 cards here that wanted to pop out. This first one is White Eagle. So this is ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Maybe there's something with your family where it's like maybe they expect you to be in a relationship. Maybe there's been judgment cast on you by family members when you've been single or something like that. Maybe, you know, somebody something like that going on. Others are just dealing with ancestral karma, healing that. Could be a conflict within the family. Like I said, I was talking about either life or work. The life part would probably be family. Some of you could be dealing with that. You have Kronos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. I do maybe see like, what do we call this? After you break up a, oh my gosh, the term is a rebound. That's what it is. With that King of Wands and the Kronos, some of you may be having a rebound situation. No judgments here, but if that's what you really want, then that's coming up. But for others of you, you are using sexual power towards a creative project or towards exceeding, excelling in work or career issues. Then you have Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Never a bad idea to expect miracles, right? Never a bad idea to just have a positive, optimistic mindset and outlook towards the future, especially as we move into a new month, right? So I do feel like that's coming forward for a lot of you. Now let's see what else we have here. Looking at these tarot cards. And we'll pull some more tarot here to see what wants to come forward for Taurus to clarify the situation even more. So clarifying the Sun, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Magician and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, look, breakup in that relationship. Something that happened, I do feel like summer fling energy, or just, I don't know that it was long term. Perhaps you met somebody else, or you're meeting somebody else in a group situation here in this month ahead, and maybe you are moving between one person to another with that Knight of Cups coming up on top of the Three of Swords, clarifying it. Now you have the Magician and the Knight of Wands. By the way, anytime I get two more Knights means you're probably going to have some busy events, busy times here in this month ahead for sure. You have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. By the way, you have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck showing up, so even more so. Lots of different things happening for you in this month. Magician, Knight of Swords, take action, okay? Time to manifest whatever you've been manifesting. It's time to go for it, okay? There's thinking about it, there's dreaming about it, there's visualizing it, and then there's also taking action, and you're trying to put all of that together here, at least in the beginning of the month or sometime in September. Really positive career situation going on, or an investment paying off with the Seven of Pentacles and the Sun. Like, I'm talking probably like stocks, potentially crypto, something going on there with your investments. Wow, big month for you here, Taurus. You have the Sun again with the King of Wands. That's a really positive sign. Double suns, very rarely does that happen. You have the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. So your breakthrough this month, Taurus, with that Ace of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, is realizing that you can be as abundant as you want to be, okay? I do feel like you're transforming thoughts of scarcity here, thoughts of poverty with the Five of Pentacles. This lower row is the way that you talk to yourself. You're going to change that. You're going to change the way that you speak to yourself around money and those issues. And that's going to be a big breakthrough for you. You're going to realize that you don't have to struggle. You don't have to feel like you're left out in the cold. Queen of Swords, Four of Cups. This other relationship was boring. Like, it might not have started off boring, but like you were just like, there was something better. There's something right in front of your face here, with that other cup coming out, and you're ready to follow that other situation, whether it's a person or a job or something like that. The Sun and the King of Wands, you're in the spotlight potentially this month at work or in career situations, especially like, I feel like maybe some of you are social media influencers. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you have an Instagram, maybe on Twitter, something like that going on. For some of you, you're in the spotlight here with the King of Wands and the Sun, and it's really positive. The Empress, Page of Wands, King of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Some of you meeting somebody in a group situation, maybe a friend turning into a romantic situation. I would say take time to celebrate, okay? But don't spill everything out of the cup, okay? Don't, I would say be careful about gambling with the Three of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, juggling or fluctuating wealth. It can literally go the one way or the other. As you can see, this tipping here, this person juggling these pentacles. And with the Three of Cups, it's a tendency to celebrate, which is fine. That's great. Do that. But you don't want to blow all your money, okay? That's what I'm feeling there. Definitely maybe dealing with somebody who's using emotions to control a situation with the King of Cups and the Five of Wands, potentially a family member, and maybe your mother, something like that with the Empress above it. But for others of you, the Empress is, that's the most abundant card in the tarot. To get it in the same row as two suns with the Page of Wands, there's a prosperous offer coming in for you, for some of you. For others of you, you're deciding that you're leaving this old job that became a drag to go self-employed, and it's going to be super successful, no doubt about it, because King of Wands, entrepreneur, the Sun augments it, the Empress, abundance, Page of Wands, new situations, new offers, new ventures. And yeah, definitely some of you doing that. False person, just this person from the past, you're done with them. Journey, courthouse, wealthy man, privileged lady, sudden wealth. Interesting. Wealthy man, privileged lady are counterparts in this Kipper deck. You also have unexpected income on the bottom. But that's a wealthy partnership, wealthy counterparts there showing up. So I almost feel like, look at this, you have 11, 12, 13. Isn't that interesting? Some of you meeting somebody new who I feel like you both kind of have your stuff together. You're living a life of luxury potentially in September. I feel that for some of you, like you're in the spotlight, you're either getting an increase in revenue, increase in investments paying off, maybe a higher paying job, something like that happening. You could even be taking a short-term trip with Journey there showing up. This person's literally traveling first class. And so some of you are just living a luxurious life this month, and it's like well-deserved. So, wow, this looks amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.